The love for high-powered automobiles is often passed from one generation to the next, and the Buchholz family in Knoxville, Tennessee is no exception, with a trio of high-powered cars in their garage. We'll have their story, plus Mike gets the story behind this beautiful Cobra, next on What's in the Garage.
It's time for a journey around America in search of the hidden gems, rare finds, and unbelievable collections in the garages of the country's auto enthusiasts. Each week, Mike Phillips will lead us through the amazing, fascinating, and entertaining backstories that make up What's in the Garage, presented by Autogeek.net.
Today, Mike is in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Well, I don't need to ask Don what's in his garage. It's an AC Cobra. Right on.
Oh, Mike.
Hi, Don. Mike Phillips with Autogeek's What's in the Garage.
Great to see you. Welcome.
Wow, I know this car. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, can you tell us about it?
It's a 66 Cobra replica and has a 351 Windsor in it, running about 350 horse, 355 rear end, 5-speed. It can smoke the tires pretty well.
That'll get the job done.
It sure does. It's been a lot of fun.
Now, have you always been into cars?
Always have been. Ever since Cub Scouts started with Pinewood Derby, racing the Soapbox Derby. Got my car, my birthday, the 16th birthday, and earned all the money to buy it.
What was your first car?
First car was a 68 Nova, 327. Put a 456 rear end in, hooker headers, a 750 Holly, 4-speed. And
with those little gears, that'd be a lot of fun to drive around.
It was.
I got the same start. I started at the Boy Scouts building Pinewood Derby cars also.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Good start.
That and Hot Rod magazines.
That's right, absolutely. It was my first subscription.
Okay. Well, I see you got a lot of trophies on the wall, too.
Yeah, it's pretty close to 40 trophies.
Wow.
So all from car shows, no racing with this. I got too much money in to tear it up, but it's just parades and shows.
Let's take a look at the car.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like you got nitrous on this.
Well, it looks that way, but it's just for show. It's actually a speaker and an amp boost force because it's so loud you can't hear the radio without it. But it's made to look like a nitrous.
Yeah, well, it certainly does. And, of course, with the exhaust, you probably need that. Just to hear the sound.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With the cam in it and the exhaust the way it is with the headers, it can be pretty loud.
Now, I've worked on quite a few of these. One of the first things I noticed was you had these rose-colored wind deflectors on there. Yeah. That adds a little touch to it.
It does, and it also helps in the sun a little bit. So when you're in parade, the sun's starting to set a little bit.
It looks like you've got something down here. What do you got going on there?
Yeah, we've got some Cobra valve stems.
Cobra valve stems.
Those are knockoff wheels. Not too many cars like this that have the original wheels like Carroll Shelby raced.
Sure.
So this is also the original color. It's called American Racing Blue.
That's a nice touch.
It is. Thank you.
I like the exhaust. Looks like you powder coated that.
We did. It did. Put a lot more shine to it after I bought it.
And you got some stick-ons there.
Those are strictly cling-ons, just for looks, because I can take them off to wax it since it is fiberglass.
Yeah, well, it does give it a real race look to it.
Thank you.
Hey, how about you start it up?
Sure. Glad to.
So this always your dream car?
It has been, yes.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Hey, can we take a look at the motor?
Yep, so is it running or off?
Hey, go ahead and shut it off. Well, I bet that wakes up the neighbors.
It does. We try to get in before it gets too dark.
How about I get on this side? Yeah, let's take a look at the horsepower in here.
All right.
There you go, 351. That looks nice. It's a nice fit. Plenty of horsepower to get this thing down the road, too.
It really is. For this size car and the weight and all, 427 would be just a little too much to be able to work on it.
Yeah, you got plenty of room to get in there. Well, it looks real good, Don. Hey, what you got back here on the back?
Yeah, this is a little model we do for the kids for the shows. Just of course, the kit car of this. I mean, changing an engine out in a Cobra.
Yeah.
Kids like that.
I like this touch. You got a cherry picker with an engine all ready to go in.
Getting ready to go in. It's decaled like the car.
Sure. Now, this will probably inspire a lot of kids to do what you've done.
We get a lot of kids who want to take their pictures in it, and that's one thing that's unique about us. We want kids to enjoy it. We allow them to touch it, allow them to get in it.
Yeah.
We take their pictures. So.
Well, that's good. A lot of people, they rope off their car and put a sign that says no touch. You know,
that's right.
You make it available to kids, and you just never know who you're going to affect down the road.
Absolutely. I remember when I was that age.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I also like the fact that you got a good focus on safety here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yes.
It's important to be safe when you've got this kind of horsepower in this kind of car.
Absolutely.
I see over here, you've also got another Roadster over here. You got a Jaguar.
Yes, this is my wife Anne Marie's car.
Yeah.
She looks pretty good in it when it tops down. And
Jaguar is a nice looking body style.
Yeah, it's an XK8, so it got a V8, so it's a lot of engine for a car that size.
Yeah, so she gets the refined car and you get the muscle car.
That's it, exactly. But she goes with me in all the parades and shows.
Besides the 68 Nova, which was your first car, now the AC Cobra, what else have you had?
Yeah, my second car was a 59 Corvette, and they dropped a 327, had dual quads, had a 488 rear end. Terrible on the interstate. The RPMs were really tacking out, but it was great from the start there, from the light.
Oh yeah, with 48 gears, you could really light them up.
It really did.
Okay. Besides the Corvette?
From there, I actually drag raced a Monte Carlo. We put a 454 in that,
wow.
And that moved pretty good. From that, then also I got another Vet, a 65 Vet, had a 454, run about 650 horse.
Is that a coupe or a Roadster?
No, that was a Roadster, okay. And so that was almost a drag car type of car. It really shook the windows when it had that. So I bought that at a Corvette auction and had it about a year and a half in there selling that.
What kind of times did you run that Monte Carlo?
They were back then about 12.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sized car.
So it was for that size, and back then that was probably in the early 70s.
Yeah, I grew up with a kid whose dad bought the new Monte Carlo every year it came out, so I spent a lot of time in the back seat of the car.
Yeah, I understand that.
And you had a gas over back then.
Yeah, that was a fun car to drive. It was nice. It was a little roomier than the Chevy too. Also had a Cadillac XLR.
Okay. Oh, I love those cars.
So that was a nice touring car. Wouldn't get another one. A little disappointing in the power.
Is that right?
But it was a nice ride.
Nice body lines, though.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, Cadillac did a good job on that.
Right.
Well, those are some nice cars. Well, Don, thank you so much for sharing your AC Cobra with us and our audience today.
Thanks, Mike, for stopping by.
Next up, we're going to go visit a whole family of car lovers with a garage full of cars.
What's in the Garage is being brought to you by Optimum Car Care. Accelerate into the future. Available at Autogeek.net. By ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. And by Diamondite, the ultimate glass and plastic care systems. Available at Autogeek.net.
Steel here for Diamondite. You know, over time, contaminants are going to build up on your vehicle's glass, impairing your visibility. Diamondite is specifically designed to restore optical clarity in 3 simple steps. The foaming cleaner cleans the glass. The kaolin spray clay actually removes the water spots and the contaminants and makes it crystal clear. Then the shield goes on and seals the deal. If you'd like to purchase the Diamondite glass cleaning and protection system, visit Autogeek.net or other authorized dealers.
Every time you touch your car with a chamois, microfiber, or towel, you scratch the finish and remove the wax you just applied. Think it's dry? Guess again. The Master Blaster dries where no towel can reach. Now you can dry your car or motorcycle twice as fast with no effort, no scratches, and with no water spots. Truly touchless, the Master Blaster is the quickest and safest way to dry your baby with warm, dry filtered air. Made in the USA.
Welcome back to Autogeek's What's in the Garage. In the last segment, I told you we're going to visit an entire family of car lovers. So let's raise these doors and see what's in the garage. Wow, look at this collection of cars. How are you doing? Are you Jim?
I'm Jim.
I'm Mike Phillips with Autogeek's What's in the Garage.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you.
You got a nice little collection in the garage. Who do we got over here?
I'm Jazz.
Hi, Jazz. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, Jazz, and then who you have over here?
Hi, I'm Christi.
Hi, Christy. Nice to meet you. You guys have a great looking garage here full of cars. Well, Jazz, why don't you tell us about your car first?
It's a 2009 Shelby GT500. There are 61 in the color of this one with the red stripes on it. We've done, it's been lowered. It's got the pulley swap on it. We've done the intake. It's got a full Ford Racing exhaust on it. It put down right at 540-ish to the wheels. And it's a lot of fun. It runs pretty good.
Wow, that's really exciting. Now, how did you get into cars? Is it just from your dad?
Through my parents. This actually, my first car was an 03 Mustang GT. So I've always loved cars since I was growing up.
Yeah, well, this is quite the car you got here.
Thank you.
What is the pulley swap?
The car is factory supercharged. It's got the 5.4-liter motor in it. And we put a smaller pulley on it, so when the belt spins, it runs more boost. It runs 14 pounds of boost right now.
So a little more power.
A little more power.
Like you need it.
Exactly. Can't hurt.
Can't hurt, no. What do your parents think of you having such a powerful car?
As long as I'm responsible, they don't care.
Okay. Hey, I want some parents like that.
No speeding tickets, so as long as I keep that record, we're good.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, let's check out the engine here.
It's 5.4 liters. The only way to get this motor is in the Shelby. All the other Mustangs, V8s, are 4.6 liter. We've got the carbon fiber intake on it. It's been tuned. We've got the Diablo Sport tuner on it. And it runs 93 octane pump gas. We've got a tune for race gas on it, but it's never been done. And I really don't know what it'll do on that one.
What do your friends think of you having such a fast car?
They love it. Yeah. They love the car. They love riding
ride?
around in it.
You let them drive it?
No, no one's ever driven it.
Here's the trick question. Have you ever been caught racing?
I have not.
Did you hear that, Mom, Dad? That means he has been racing. Just hasn't been caught yet. Well, that sure is nice. Can we take a look at the interior? Is
Absolutely.
anything special there?
The car has the red stripe appearance package on it, which has all the red emblems and then the red striping. It's the only way you can get it. And the inside's black and red leather interior. And it's the only way to get it on the car is to get the red stripe option. And that's what made the car so rare. There's only 61 out there for 2009 with the combination that this car has on it.
The combination matching interior with the red stripe on the exterior. Well, that makes it really special. You going to keep this for a while?
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Keep the miles low?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
And keep it from any accidents.
I'm going to try real hard. That's the hardest one. No accidents, no speeding tickets.
Yeah. Try not to wear the tires down too fast in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's secondary.
Okay. They can be replaced easy enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jazz. When we return, we're going to take a look at Jim's Viper.
What do the following award-winning car designers and builders have in common? Chip Foose, Brian Fuller, Alan Johnson, Justin Padfield, Mark Stilo, Steve Strope, Denny Terzic, Troy Trepanier. They all depend on ARP fasteners. Leading car builders depend on ARP fasteners, and so should you. ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Al's Liner is the only professional-grade truck bed liner kit designed for the do-it-yourself user. Are you looking for a coating that allows you to control the texture, color, thickness, and even the hardness of the material? Al's gives you all this and more. Easily applied to metals, wood, concrete, fiberglass, or just about anything by spraying with our custom spray gun or brushing and rolling. Al's gives you the options, accessories, and additives you want at a fraction of the cost. We have the background and knowledge to make even the first-time applicator look like a pro. To get more information or to find a retailer near you, log on now to alsliner.com.
For years, PBM has supplied hardcore performance products to the professional machine shop and custom engine builder. At PBM, we listen to what our customer needs are, and we are constantly changing our products to keep up to date with the latest technology and engine combinations. We offer only high-quality components, and our products are suited to various performance levels, from street, drag racing, oval tracks, and professional venues. We dyno test not just individual components to confirm performance and reliability, but complete engine combinations. To learn more, log on to pbmperson.com.
Are you looking for weather stripping for your classic car or truck? Do you need replacement rubber parts for your street rod or restoration project? Steel Rubber Products supplies the highest quality restoration rubber parts for your classic, antique, or custom rod. From window and door weather stripping to a wide variety of roof rails, bumpers, and seals, Steel has the rubber parts you need for your restoration project. With great fit and authentic look, Steel Rubber Products has the rubber parts to help restore the car of your dreams. To find the parts you need, log on to steelrubber.com today or call Steel at 800-650-4482 for a free catalog.
Welcome back to Autogeek's What's in the Garage. We're here visiting the Buchholz family, and we're going to meet Jim, the dad. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. Tell us about your Viper here.
Yeah, it's an 06 Dodge Viper. I've had it for about 2 years, and we've actually done quite a few modifications to the car. Exterior-wise, we've put new wheels, iForge wheels, and they were custom built for this car. We've upgraded the brakes. We put 2-piece brakes on it, big calipers and big rotors for primarily high-speed driving.
Sure, some stopping power.
Stopping power, exactly. Actually, this car was one of 33 that was made in 2006 with this color combination.
I love this color combination. It's so bold and aggressive looking.
We've actually lowered the car. We've put new suspension on it to lower it down probably about 2 inches. That offers a very good handling, driving experience.
Tightens it up.
Tightens it up. We've put a custom tune on the car, and we've had it on the dyno, and we're pushing about 470, 480 horsepower to the rear wheels.
Wow. That's got to be a lot of fun to put your foot in the pedal on this.
Yeah, oh, it's absolutely, it's the G-force is pushing on you, just put you back in the seat. We've got a custom exhaust on the car. It's just a lot of fun to drive. We've had both cars, Jazz and I, we've had the cars to the South Carolina Motor Speedway for 3 days, and just a blast up there running the cars on a track with about 20 other cars.
A little bit of rivalry there.
We tried to keep it, you know.
Who's got the faster car? Who's the better driver?
That's a good question. I'd have to ask Jazz that.
I'm sure he's going to say he's the better driver. Well, if he wants to keep the car, I'd probably say you're the better driver.
That's right. But I think the Mustang is probably a bit faster than this car.
Yeah. Okay. Can we take a look at the engine?
Sure. Let me open this hood for you, Mike. Let me get this thing.
Look at that. That looks nice. Looks as good under the hood as it does on the outside.
Yeah, I try to keep things clean. We've actually painted the valve covers. They were cut from the factory. They were red, so we went ahead and custom painted those to match the car.
Sure, yeah, it gives it a nice look to it. Nice, clean look.
But it's a V10. That's standard in the Vipers. And you can see the little box mounted over here with the initials on it. That's the tuning modulator. That offers many, many horsepower additional to the car.
Sure, you can go in there and tweak it.
Tweak it. We hook a computer up to it, and we can just do all kinds of crazy things.
Squeeze every little bit of horsepower out of that engine.
Exactly.
You bet. Can you tell us about your history with cars? How'd you get into this?
Oh, gosh. I guess my wife and my son, we're all car hounds, if you will, but we've had several Sunday cars, we call them, because we don't drive these cars every day, but we've had some Porsches. We've had a Mercedes 500 that we customized. My wife's had several cars. My son's had Hummers, Mustangs. He's just had a lot of different vehicles, so we've always been enamored by vehicles.
Just into the car world.
In the cars.
Now, do you take these to car shows too?
We do, actually. We've gone to a few, a lot of local shows, and it's just a lot of fun showing the cars off and talking to people about cars.
Sure, it's a good hobby, and it's a good father-son hobby, and it's a good way to keep kids out of trouble.
Absolutely.
Get involved in the car world. So it's something you can both share, go out in the garage, tinker around, wax them a little bit.
This is where we stay. We live in the garage.
That's right. Well, it's a nice looking Viper you've got here. It's an awesome looking Viper, actually.
Thanks.
Well, when you're cruising around, what about the cockpit? Have you done anything customized for that?
We've added some carbon fiber to the dashboard. As far as anything else, it's pretty much stock, but it really gives you the feel of an airplane when you're in the car. It's such a tight fit.
Sure.
The seats are custom and they come right up around you. So it's really, I don't know if you want to drive this car really long distances, but you know, a couple hours you're fine. But it's very, very fitting cockpit.
Yeah. Have you ever got a ticket in it?
I have not.
Knock on wood, huh?
We do have a radar detector, and we most of the time don't depend on that, but we do keep it on most of the time.
Sure, yeah. If you're going to take this car out, it's going to be hard not to put your foot in the pedal.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the top speed and what's the fastest you've ever taken it?
Well, the top speed's about 198 miles an hour.
Wow.
And gosh, I don't know how fast I've had it. I can keep that secret because my wife doesn't like me driving fast. So
you don't want to be a bad influence on the boy either.
That's right. So the top speed's about 198 miles an hour.
Wow, that's just incredible. Yeah, you had to be very careful if you ever took it up that high a speed out on our freeways here.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
keep that for the track.
Yeah, okay. Well, very good. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Then we're going to check out Christi's BMW.
What's in the Garage has been brought to you by Wolfgang. for long-lasting protection and a crystal shine, available at Autogeek.net. By Diamondite, the ultimate glass and plastic care systems, available at Autogeek.net. And by Menzerna, the world's finest polishing materials, available at Autogeek.net.
Since their creation, Americans have strived to make their cars their own. They've cut, chopped, slammed, hammered, welded, painted, and customized them. As Americans, we have the freedom to push the limits, the fortitude to change, to make good things great and great things better. For some, it's a hobby. For others, it's a passion. For Locar, it's an obsession.
What do the following award-winning car designers and builders have in common? Chip Foose, Brian Fuller, Alan Johnson, Justin Padfield, Mark Stilo, Steve Stroke, Denny Terzic, Troy Trepanier. They all depend on ARP fasteners. Leading car builders depend on ARP fasteners, and so should you. ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Autogeek.net has everything you need to keep your vehicle looking its very best. Mothers, Meguiar's, 3M, Pinnacle, just to name a few. In fact, Autogeek carries over 60 brands with thousands of unique items. The expert staff can answer any question you have about any product via email, discussion forum, live chat, or by phone. The selection is huge, the prices are low, and they ship it right to your door. It couldn't possibly get any easier. Autogeek.net. We are car care.
Welcome back to Autogeek's What's in the Garage. Now, Jim and Jazz are in cars, but they're not the only one. Christy is also a car lover. Christy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you tell us about your car?
This is a 328 2008 BMW. I love it. It's a hardtop convertible, very comfortable. You get no road noise whatsoever when you're driving the car, but it's great to drive in the mountains with the top down.
Okay, now, I know a lot of girls, they love convertibles, but it blows their hair around. Do you have that problem with this car?
I really don't. This car's really unique. I have a wind screen that I pull up, and I put my windows up, I get no breeze at all, so I love it. I have the top down every chance with the seat heaters on, right.
There you go. Now, how did you feel the first time you took this thing for a drive?
Well, this is my fourth BMW. I love them.
Yeah.
I would not drive anything but a BMW. It's a great car.
Have you always been into cars?
I've always been into cars. My first car was actually a Dodge Charger 440 Magnum 4-barrel. So
wow.
My father had a service station, so I kind of grew up around it.
That's a lot of horsepower, 440.
It's
big block.
Too much.
Yeah. Did you get any trouble with it?
I got in a little trouble with that. Kind of got it taken away from me. But.
So now if Jazz gets in trouble, at least you've been in his shoes, huh?
Yes, but I don't sympathize with it.
You just got to keep Jim and Jazz in line then, huh?
Right.
What do you feel about Jim and Jazz having these supercars over here, taking them out and doing a little bit of racing and who knows what?
I really don't like it. I don't like to hear how fast they go. Jazz had a little incident on the track where he lost his brakes at 120 miles an hour.
Uh-oh.
So they didn't tell me about it until afterwards. So
that's probably a good idea.
That was a good idea.
Well, anytime you can have something like that happen and walk away, it's a good day.
Right.
Good day on the track.
It's a good day. I do ride in them, and I occasionally drive those when I'm trying to kind of make them mad at me. So.
Well, I don't think I could get too mad at anybody that drives a beautiful BMW like this.
Right.
So pretty as you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so when you take out Jim's Viper, do you ever really get it on?
Well, I actually did a little mini burnout just to say I could, and kind of teach him a little bit of a lesson.
Oh, yeah.
So,
get his attention?
Absolutely.
And get everybody else's attention, too, I bet,
absolutely.
Huh? What about the Mustang? You ever take it out and put it through its
I drive
paces?
it around the block a little bit, but not really. I enjoy driving a stick, but it's nothing like my BMW. It's just,
Now, have you always loved convertibles?
I've always loved convertibles. I had MGB convertibles growing up. I had a Z4 BMW. The hardtop convertible is absolutely the best.
It's the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
Inclement weather, put the top up.
Absolutely.
Sunny weather, put the top down.
Absolutely.
Put a little suntan lotion on.
Right.
There you go. We'll be back with the Buchholzes right after this.
It's time for Show Car Garage. Tips on detailing your car to bring out the beauty that will make it show-worthy. Brought to you by Autogeek.net. We are Car Care.
I want to share with you a really cool product that's become very popular. It's called Optimum No Rinse. And the reason it's become very popular is because a lot of people can no longer wash their car the normal way with the hose and a bucket. That's because they live in areas of drought or government restrictions, or perhaps they live in a condominium or a townhouse where they don't have access to a wash bucket and a garden hose. It's also real popular with mobile detailers, and because that way they can wash the car and they don't got to reclaim any runoff water because it's all contained inside a single bucket. Now the way this works is this product, you use 1 ounce for a couple gallons of water, and it contains high lubricity, high-tech polymers. And what these polymers do is they lubricate the surface so as you're washing the car, you won't inflict any swirls or scratches. This is also a great way to wash your car if you live in an area where it's snowing or freezing outside and you can't really go outside and wash your car because there's snow on the ground. You can do it right in your garage. So you take and you dip your wash mitt into the bucket, gather up some cleaning solution, and then what you want to do is just want to wash one panel at a time. And a lot of times when you're washing the car, especially a really nice car like this, you don't need to scrub it a whole lot. Just make a few passes over the panel you're cleaning. Put the wash mitt back into the bucket, and then let me show you 2 ways to dry your car, 2 different products. This is a waffle weave, this is a Cobra waffle weave microfiber drying towel. And what a lot of people do is they'll take and they'll wipe their car by rubbing it, and instead what I'm going to show you is the blot technique. So just place it down here, blot the water off, pull it off, move down the car. And by doing this, you're not pushing a cloth over the surface. Now I got another product here. This is called the HD Guzzler. That stands for Heavy Duty Guzzler. And this has a foam core in it. And again, I'm just going to take and place it right here, gently push down. After I blot the water off there, I'm going to move down the car and just continue like that. And that's a way to remove the water using a rinseless wash without inflicting any swirls or scratches. So this is the Optimum No Rinse wash, and of course after doing one panel, then you move on to the next panel and just keep working your way around the car, washing panel by panel, and you never have to rinse the car off because everything's self-contained inside the bucket. Well, I hope you enjoyed meeting the Buchholzes and their collection of cars. And next week, join me when we go to Shelbyville. We're going to check out a guy's garage who's got a complete collection of cars. So we'll see you then.